Strange dreams disturbed CPL Eid as he slept restlessly. His wife Alcara featured heavily, as did the pride of the Detosian air armada, the DRS-1 Dominia, the largest and most heavily armed air dreadnought ever constructed. There was also another disconcerting vision, that of an elongated old man's face, the face of a major. All of these images faded rapidly 3 hours before dawn when Private Ahali Tevelin shook his leg by the foot. "Your shift corp," he whispered softly. Grateful to be away from the nightmare of slumber, Eid briskly opened his eyes. "Yeah, thanks, Tev," he whispered back and reached for his assault rifle. He looked at the contents of his bum pack. The electronic map was still functional, despite a large crack in the display screen. Eid would have appreciated being able to use it. But the electronic scanning equipment that the Moranians would be using would register its signal within about 3 kilometers. He would have to rely on a conventional chart, on which he knew their position to within about 5 kilometers. There was also about 3 days' worth of compressed rations, 2 dazzle grenades, 4 half-full water canteens, a Claymore 2 style mine and detonator, and the weapon toolkit for his rifle. About an hour later, Eid had woken Tevelin and Pitek. "We'll head south and try to get to Gavin as soon as possible." "Tevelin, scout," Eid said, making a pointing gesture with his 3 middle fingers. The marble bark thinned slightly as they trundled their way slowly southward. The journey had continued without incident for about 2 hours when Tevelin saw and heard a creak ahead in the distance. Private Ahali Tevelin immediately dropped onto one knee and gave Eid the undulating field signal for a water obstacle ahead. Corporal Eid carefully made his way up to Tevelin's position. "We don't have time to find a way around. We'll have to cross." Eid spoke in a quiet way when he was in dangerous territory, and only when he needed to. Garen signaled Imrian to take a covering position about 20 meters forward and to the right, where the ground was slightly elevated. He scuttled rapidly to where his commander's hand had indicated, his plate armor clinking as he moved. "Another fucking creek," Lance Pitek thought. "Wet fucking clothes, wet fucky, what the fuck?" His eyes fell upon 2 beautiful young women who seemed to be unaware of his presence. One, a brunette, was seated, washing clothes in the slowly running waterway. The other auburn-haired girl was splashing and swimming. Her ample breasts were exposed and just visible below the waterline. Imrian Pitek had not seen a woman in 3 months, and had not been with one in 6. A sly smile crossed his face as he gave his corporal a hand signal that indicated that he was going to do a reconnaissance of the obstacle. "What is this squeezer doing?" thought Eid with barely contained anger. Imrian slung his assault rifle so as not to alarm these buxom beauties, and began to wade into the cold creek water. He called out to them delicately across the rippling stream. "Hello there,